in. All right, make sure that we're in. All right, now go. Was a bit late this one. That I am in. Oh, on the way now. Was a bit late this one. Off we are well. All right, I just posted all the links. Hopefully we guys going well. Welcome guys, welcome. Hopefully we are well. Hopefully you're doing well. Now let me just send this link. Here we go. Perfect. All right. Now, well, that was what a schmozzle this round was. That was ridiculous. I done some stupid trades and had some last minute decisions, which went pretty bad. But we got did an article of the captains where we can talk through the preview as well for the fixture ahead as well too. G'day. How's it going? As I say, it was a pretty rubbish round this week. I can't believe how bad this dream team was. You'll see why I went so bad. I did everything I didn't do on my podcast last week. I should have just stuck with my guns. I should have just kept Grundy, but Grundy being a late out and Flanders going down really stuffed my trades up. I will explain what I did, and then we can get through everyone's teams. And I've also got some got my article I wrote out already. I wrote this out before the Eagles game, so this is for next week as well too. So for the round 13 as well too, so I can go through that as well. Damn, that sounds no good with the Grundy zero as well too. That would hurt. We can also go through your team as well too. So just to go through mine real quick. So I end up getting at the live score 1645, so something might adjust still. Why is this not working? This is showing last round score, or this round. Why is it not showing my live score? No, what we're up to round 12. Why is that not? Oh, maybe this is it. Oh, okay. So still showing live score. That yeah, g'day Bruce, g'day Sean, welcome as well too. Hopefully we're well. We'll go through everyone's teams as well in a second. So this is what I did as well too. So I originally was going to get in Jordan De Goey and I was also going to get in Heaney, but I decided to do something real different. So Grundy was a late out, and then also who else was got injured? Flanders as well too. So my forward line went to Schmozzle. Look at this forward line. Flanders and McErnie. McErnie was injured for a 33. Flanders was injured for a 36. So my two lowest scores instead of a rookie was these two injured players. So they combined for about a 60 between these two, where really they should have really got about 100 if you think about it. Murdoch stood up 96, so he did quite well. Williams, I traded Grundy to Williams just for that quick crash grab. And then because I got Zeri here, Zeri was on the bye as well as Grundy. Grundy was out, but he's going to have a bye coming up in a couple of weeks' time. So I thought, I'll go rid of Grundy. However, I didn't think it was going to be that bad. And what I should have done is not get Williams, and I should have just stayed with Tristan Sherry and just stayed with them. My midfield was rubbish as well too. So Rechesko, he got 45, wasn't good. I got Sinclair 109, McCarthy 199. That was not bad. And then Bailey Smith, I got in Bailey Smith 126. I kept Green in the end. He got 108. So that was all right. However, he's going to be out this week. Flanner's going to be out, and McErnie might be out with injury. So this week coming up, I need to trade my forward line out. So I think this is probably the worst forward line I've had all year. It's been usually pretty good this year. But yeah, with the buys, thankfully I can hide behind the best 18, but these two need to go. They're injured. Hopefully McKerney comes back next week. But yeah, bit of a schmozzle. So I end up with 1645. I moved down to 893 now at the moment. So that's my little one there. So as probably my worst week of the season, but we bounced back and it's buys as well too. So my buy structure's set up quite well. Next week and the week after, I've got pretty much pretty good setup as well too. All right, so all right, my score should have been bigger. I brought in McErnie and I had DeGoey in my team until Friday. Exactly, yeah. I had DeGoey as well, and unfortunately, Grundy late out plus the and Flanders going down didn't really help either as well too. All right, so Jaden Rule 12 is your team. All right, I had a great week this week. 1876 with Sarong covered for Flanders. Kept Jersma. Very nice. Awesome. So that's so you had 1876. That's a huge score. Up to that top 1500. That's a big jump as well too. I reckon anyone that got over like say 1750 or 1800 this week was doing pretty good as well too, because there was quite a few low scores on Primos and a lot of injuries that didn't help out. A lot of late outs as well too. Let's have a look. So let me write down Jaden has got his team now. What's his team? It is called Jaden. I'm just going to write down this as well. Jaden Rule 12. All right, Jaden Rule 12. I'll write down, just writing down the list of what teams to go through as well too. Jaden Rule 12. All right. Was 6,819 2 weeks ago. My name is Cheezels. All right, I'm gonna also write yours down as well. Cheezels. All right. Just as before we get to those two teams, just a little to look out for this weekend as well too. By the way, on the 6th of June, it's gonna be my birthday. So hope depending on what happens on the weekend, hopefully I'll be able to get a podcast out next weekend. But it'll be my birthday, so on Saturday. So hopefully it'll be a nice night as well. Players to look out for Thursday. I would say Adelaide versus Geelong. This one is on Thursday this week. Bailey Smith averages 114.3, 5 out of 7 tons, and lowest score of just 88. So for the vice captain option, I think Bailey Smith will be a good option against Adelaide on the Thursday night. All right, and Corey has 479k in the bank. All right, let's go to our first team, which is Jaden Rule 12. So that is our Thursday game out the way for this Thursday. And now let's get to our foes. Our foes, Jaden Rule 12. Let's have a look. Where's Jaden Rule 12 is. It's probably going to show the team from last week. I'm not sure if it shows this week's team. Wonder if it shows. No, it still shows last week's team. All right, let me share this tab instead. All right, so now here is this is Jaden's team. So this is Leverage's team. All right, so here we are. We're on our foes here. Now let's have a look. This is last week's team by looks of it, because you traded out Dersma, you got in Ison Cook for Roberts. So yeah, I feel that Roberts was probably almost at his peak now. What did he get today? He got 78. So he got to get a bit shut down today. He was getting tagged quite heavily. He does have Carlton. He does have Melbourne. So Melbourne are quite a good team to score against in defence. So that will help. North Melbourne will be a little bit tough. So that's not too bad, I suppose, which is not bad. Let's have a look at your team. I'd say you would have done your trades before. I brought in DeGoey and Whitfield. Perfect. All right. I brought in McErnie. Yes, I had McErnie all year as well, but unfortunately he went injured this week. He was actually only one score below 75 all year, plus the matchup against Richmond was actually pretty good as well too. Brought in DeGoey and Whitfield. Sweet. So Whitfield quite good. Who did you get in? Who did you trade out? I'm guessing you might have traded Coleman out, did you? Because Coleman ended up doing a hamstring, so he's also out. So if you haven't traded him, make sure you trade Coleman out. And then obviously we all need to trade out Flanders as well too. So making sure we need to trade out Flanders. All right, Rathens, Ripper Snappers. I'll write your team name down as well. So with Rathens. All right, Ripper Snappers. All right. So this is last week's team, but hopefully you may have some of the similar players. All right. So yeah, so Flanders needs to go this week. So it will show it. It's showing the buys from this week. But so this week coming up, we have got GWS and Richmond on the buy. So let's count how many buy players you have on the buy at the moment. And you got Whitfield in. So there's one from Whitfield. Then you've also got Richmond here, 2, another Richmond, 3. You have got and that's it. You don't have too many Richmond GWS players, so that's actually pretty good. I'd say if you haven't got rid of Marshall yet, you could probably get rid of Marshall, but he's off the buy now, so that's actually pretty good. So I would say get rid of Flanders and also Robertson. He's not playing for the year, so you can fix up this Robertson. He's a red dot here, so get rid of Flanders and Robertson, and also I would say Coleman will need to go as well too. If you haven't got rid of Coleman, he's done his hamstring, so he'll be out for a bit as well too. So I'd say those 3 for you. Richmond, yes, exactly, yes. So this is for Leverett for Jaden's team. All right. Now Jaden, yes, Coleman end up getting injured. He did his hamstring, so that wasn't actually pretty good. So I like this. You got 48K, so you still got money to be able to use your money. Can you hopefully you can still see me all right? Hopefully you can still see me. The power just went out. All right. You can hear me now? Sorry, I'm just in WA and the weather is playing a ruckus today. So it says I'm on my battery. So hopefully this is working still. Hopefully I'm still live. Can you still see me all right? I don't know. I just got kicked out. Can you hear me all right? 1767. Reasonably happy with that. I must be still going live. Perfect. Awesome. Sweet. So the power just went out for a second. That was really weird. So, oh dear, I've been on and off the internet all day long today. It's been really crazy, this weather over in WA. So I need to, once I get into my computer, I've got my documents for the players ahead. So let's go through and have a look at the next team as well while we're here. So what's our next team is Shizu's. What was it? Who are you looking at? Shizu's. All right, Shizu's. Let's have a look at rankings. Let's go to rankings. Shizu's. I'm just slowly getting back into the computer as well too. So bear in mind, I don't know why it kicked me out. All right, so Shizu. Uh, Is this the one? Sheezles. Here we go. You moved up to 1,419. That's a pretty good jump as well too. I like that. So now let's go to share this screen. Here we go. I'm gonna mark you as a foe, so I'm gonna add you to my foes as well too, so you'll be able to see this. Here we go. So Sheezles. Last week you traded Anderson, you traded Bruin. I like that. You got in Ison and Grundy this week. Obviously Grundy was out, so not sure what you did there. Let me have a look at your comments. I think you commented here. My trades for my team was DeGoey in for McAndrew, Ash in for Houston, Artemis for Cook. All right, perfect. So I like that DeGoey in. That was a huge in. Managed to get that 127, which was a big jump as well too. Low break even would make a lot of cash once lockout is lifted as well too. And also McAndrew and Ash as well. Ash gunned it straight away in the back line today as well. I had him a few years ago as a pod, and now everyone seems to be getting him now, which is good. So he's got the buy this week coming up, but it's quite a good buy because you got the GWS and Richmond as well too, and you've also got in Astro Houston, and then for McAndrew. You got to go in from McAndrew. Oh, sweet, perfect, and Artemis for Cook. Very nice. All right. Now, let's have a look at how many GWS and Richmond players you got. So, obviously, you got Ash 1, you got Short 2, you've got Come 3, Reshko 4, you've got 5, Jack Ross. You got Jack Ross. I like that. Good pick as well, too. So, you got 5 players out this week on the bye. And you've also, so I'm just typing in, loading back in here. So, you got 5 on the bye. You've got Flanders out. He needs to go. Steen, he's also out for the season. He could also have a look at going this week because Now that you've got players coming off the bye in round 12, you could look at getting maybe that Port rookie from Tom. His last name's that long one that starts with A. He's got back-to-back 50s. He's got low break-even, -2, so you could maybe have a look at getting him. Then let's have a look here. You've got a few players coming back from the bye as well too. Don't have anything too major in the back line. Obviously, yeah, Houston's not there. You've changed him to Ash now. And then McAndrew's not there either because you traded him out to DeGoey. So I like that as well too. So DeGoey can also come on the forward line as well, which will be pretty handy as well. And you get Sheasel back this week as well. So that's handy. And you've also traded that Cook. So I like those trades as well too. I'm just trying to get back into everything. So this silly thing, just like, let me restore this. I'll get my article back up here. Players to look out for. All right. Hopefully there's no lightning, but fingers crossed. Now Friday, this Friday, by the way, looking at Hawthorn versus Bulldogs. Bontempelli averages 93.67 out of 14 tons, which is actually pretty good. So a bit tough though. Hawthorn are usually pretty tough to score against. Bulldogs don't really tag though. And on the Saturday, the 6th of June, that's my birthday. North Melbourne play Fremantle. Zeri averages 98.51 out of 2 tons, and Sheasel averages, he likes playing Fremantle, 126.3, 3 out of 3 tons, 127, 121, and 131 to have a look at as well too. All right, Corey Blackwell, 479k in the bank as well. Could do Blackiston to Track, Flanders to Millerer, and come into Anasos could be interesting. Exactly. I like that because that guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he looks pretty good, and he'll make you cash as well too. Because the last I checked, he was about $293,000 coming into this round. Obviously, he didn't play, so there'll be same price next week as well too. So that's actually quite good as well too. Blackiston, Blackiston, he needs to go as well too. And Track, Gold. Out of the 4 teams coming off the buys, you got North, Gold Coast, Adelaide, and there's the other one, Port Adelaide. Now, the 4 teams, I find that North Melbourne's probably got the best fixturing for defenders. North and Hawthorn got the best fixtures out of the whole clubs, but Hawthorn obviously got their bye coming up in 2 weeks. So I'd say maybe go for like a North defender as well if you can. But I think, let me have a look at your defense. Your defense is quite strong already. So yeah, maybe you can do Blackiston. Yeah, good idea. Get Blackiston out to Millerer or something like that. Yes, I like that. Unless you put in, I see what you're going to do. You're going to put Flanders in defence to trade to Millerer, and then you're going to put Blackiston to Track in the forward line. That could work as well too. You could swap it around and do it that way as well, because now Flanders has got the forward mid defence position as well. I see. Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Because this one's from the week before. So that makes, yes, perfect. I like that. That's actually a good idea. So you can do that. I like that. And obviously, Flanders needs to go as well. You can make a lot of cash with Flanders, obviously, because you've already got 479k in the bank as well, too, which is awesome. So the Flanders, unfortunately, he's out for the season. So he definitely needs to go. It's a bit frustrating how he's out, but in a way, the bonus about him being out is out this week when a lot of when there's only 2 teams on the bye. So in a way, kind of lucky he's got injured this week, but obviously we don't like seeing injuries, so I do hope he gets better. But in a way, it's not like when there's like 4 teams on the bye. That would hurt a lot more as well too, if that makes sense. But he definitely needs to go first out of everyone. He needs to go first. Gold Coast versus Brisbane Lions. Neil averages 102.2, 9 out of 18 tons, and Dunkley averages 115.1, 9 out of 12 tons. Lowest score of just 83. So Dunkley loves playing Gold Coast. A little tip out there for Dunkley. All right. So now let's have a look. Coming off the bye, also maybe like a Parker. If you haven't got a Parker, I'm tempted to get him as well. If you want a pod, the one I've been looking at the last few weeks is as a player called Jai Simpkin, but sometimes he does a bit of interest in different roles, but he is coming off a cheap. He's up the forward line, break even of 67, 6'7". All right, 6'7". He's just coming off 114, but I don't like his scores, but he's a forward, about 114. Apart from that, I like the one I would prefer to get though is LDU. If you've got LDU will be a good one to get. He's got a break in of 77. He's got a pretty cruisy draw coming up. You look at this. He got Freo, then you got Eagles. He's got Richmond, Essendon, Port Adelaide, Collingwood, Melbourne. Look at this, Bulldogs as well too. The 23-24 is going to be hard. Geelong, Sydney, but look at this. Melbourne, Collingwood. He's got Melbourne, Collingwood, Richmond, and Essendon. They don't really tag at all. So that is going to be really good for North Melbourne. So if you haven't got a North Melbourne player, those ones will probably be the one to look at as well too. So I'd say LDU would be my best bet coming out of the buys if you want a North Melbourne player. The only concern about the Crows this week, a lot of people want to get Dawson, I know, but the only concern I've noticed is with Dawson, he's got Geelong this week, and then they've got Eagles, they've got Sydney in the next 6 weeks. So just be mindful, obviously Rankin out, but you wouldn't think Dawson will get tagged. But with Rankin out, it may hurt a little bit as well too. All right, so now let's get to our Ratham's Whipper Snippers. All right, did that sort of make sense, Corey? Or is there any other ones that you're looking at getting besides those? So I like that though. Annis, Flanders, Miller, and Blackiston to track. Yes. Gold Coast do have a tough draw as well too. So that is the Gold Coast, Brisbane, West Coast, Port Adelaide. Butters averages 76.2, 2 out of 8 tons. He's playing West Coast. It'll be interesting to see who West Coast tag as well too. They may do a job on a couple of the players. Obviously, Rosie's not there, so I wonder if they're going to go to Butters. Butters does then he does have Sydney the week after as well too. So there's a couple of tag incoming perhaps maybe as well too, because obviously just Jason Horn-Francis is probably the other one that's probably can probably get a bit of a tag as well too. And then let's have a look at our Sunday games as I load up with the snappers. All right, so with a Ratham with the snappers. All right, let's have a look. Watham. Here we go. Watham Ripper Snappers. Liam, here we go. I'm going to share your screen. I'm going to mark you as a foe, so that way you can see my screen there. All right, so now let's have a look here. All right, so now let's have a look. This is Liam. So this is Liam's team. All right, this is last week's team, obviously. It's got McAndrew. He traded McAndrew out to Grundy. That hurts. Obviously, coming from a donut to a donut. That's not good. And then coming to Ison. So, yeah, so it's hard with the rookies because sometimes you think, oh, with these trades, like, is this worth it? And then, yeah, but hopefully next week will be much more easier week. Who does Carlton have this week coming up? They have got, they've got Geelong. No, they've had Geelong. They got Essendon this week by the looks of it. They got Essendon, then they've got Rest. So they got the bye after Essendon. So Essendon this week, that should be a good bounce back game for Ison. So hopefully he'll go back to his normal scores of his 60s and that, which will be a lot more better. All right, so let's have a look. So Oliver was out this week. Let's count, by the way, how many GWS and Richmond players you got. So you got 1 GWS player, 2 Richmond here. Then you got another one, Richfield 3. You've got another Richmond 4. You've got another, let me see. All right, so you've got 4. Plus you got Flanders, so he's going to be out. You've also got Anderson back now, so that's all right. So you got 5 players out this week, as we know, obviously including Flanders as well too. Oh, I see. You're also one with McCluggage as well too. So that does hurt a little bit. All right, so McCluggage this week has got Gold Coast, so that's going to be interesting. Now, my suggestion is to have a look as well at the buy structure for round 14, round 15, and round 16. The good thing that will help this week, obviously, is who's out this week? Flanders. So Flanders is a round 16 buy. So that means you can actually help by trading him out this week. So you have 1 less round 16 buy player. So let's quickly look at your round 16 buys as well too. So you've got Roberts, you got 1, you got Sinclair 2, you've got let's see, Bontempelli 3, you got Steele 4, you've got Bruin 5, you've got Gorn 6, you've got this Ruckman 7, you've got Pickett 8, then you've got 9 at the starter. So you've got 9 there. Obviously, Flanders is going to be traded, so you've got 8. So that's actually quite a good setup, really, for your round 16 buy. So that's handy. So, yeah, definitely, obviously, because he's going to be out this week, trade him out. If you haven't already, let me just have a look. You're talking, I think, who else were you thinking of as well, by the way? Who else were you, I think did you mention, who you traded in this week? Who did you trade in this week? Because it doesn't show from last week's. I wish the lockout was happening already so I could actually see what you did this week. But I would say I would get in that Port guy this week from the round 12 guy, that long name, time 93k guy, -2 break even, being back-to-back 50s up in the forward line. That's pretty handy in the hand to put in there. So I'll get him. I would use, you got $29,000. I'm not sure how much money you got now, but at the moment you got $29,000. So I'd say you could probably trade. You can use, or if you need money, or you can use this money. You got Flanders. Has he opened up yet? It's 924k here. It's 889 there. I see. I see. Yep. So this is last week's. Yep. No, I was going to say there's 924. So it's probably going to be roughly about that price again, 870. Use that cash as well too. You can trade him. You could probably put him to like a primo midfield because at the moment I see you got Smith, Ison, and Bruin. You still got. I think you're lacking a little. You probably need one more primo in the midfield at the moment. I like. I like your forward line. It's pretty good. Your forward line is good, and your defense also probably needs. You'll have Whitfield on the field surely this week. I'd say you could have a look at maybe a Park on the defense, but maybe your midfield and your defense you can work on this week. I'd feel your forward line is pretty stacked because you've got these Rankin. I think he's out injured, so you may have already traded him by my guess. I'm predicting that you probably may have traded Rankin this week. It doesn't show it yet, but I'm guessing you did. So if you're watching, let me know if you traded him out as well too. All right. So now let's have a look at the preview for Sunday as well too. While I'm waiting on Watham, if you can let me know who you traded it out as well too. On Sunday, Sydney Swans versus St Kilda as well too. We got Heaney averages 80, 4 out of 13 tons, so he doesn't really play too well against St Kilda. We've got Grundy 107, 5 out of 11 tons, only one score below 91 with a 64. So that's interesting. And Sinclair 83.5, 4 out of 12 tons for Sinclair against St Kilda, against Sydney, I should say. Now, for Essendon versus Carlton, Merritt averages 92.5, 5 out of 15 tons. Roberts, 0 out of 2 tons, so he's only played him twice. And Walsh averages 93.62 out of 8 tons. For Collingwood versus Melbourne, we have got Gawn averages 102.7, 9 out of 18 tons versus Collingwood. Steele averages 96.7, 4 out of 9 tons versus Collingwood. And Josh Dacos, 78.9 average, 3 of 12 tons. However, in his last 4 games, Josh Dacos against Melbourne has scored 130, 137, 128, and 88. So that's quite an interesting last 4 games as well too. I had a draw my league game. That must be pretty rare. Very nice, Dan. What's your team name, by the way? Have we gone through your team yet? I don't know if we've gone through your team yet. Let me just check. What's your team name, Cole? That's a pretty good rare. Earlier this year, I ended up having a draw. It's not very common. And usually what happens, I believe they go on the, I think it's just the points. But then I think in the finals, though, I think if it's a draw, then it will go on whoever's the high scoring overall throughout the season. I think that's what that happens. But I think during the home and away, it's just a draw. I remember having a draw earlier this year, and it was just they just stuck it as a draw, which is quite unusual. You don't often have a draw. But 1767 to have a draw with that score, that's quite remarkable. Now, have we looked at your team yet, Dan? All right, what's your team name as well too? I should hopefully be in the foes as well too. Also, while I'm here, my trade targets, I should also go through my team as well too. So go back to my team. I've got $300,000 in the bank, so I am going to go and trade out Richesco. I'm going to trade out Flanders. He needs to go, and then McInerney. Now, what I could do two ways. I could put Zeri back in my ruck here, put Williams up forward, or I could trade Flanders to a ruckman, put him in here. However, I am aiming to fix up and get that Tom guy from Port Adelaide. Then I'm also going to look at getting maybe like a Parker from North Melbourne, because Parker is very tempting. Let's have a look at Parker. So Luke Parker has got a break even of 97. He is coming off some good scores as well too. So he's got an 84, 95, 118, 67, 67, 100, 89, 90, 77, 135, and 67, and another 67 and 100. So he's had decent scores this year. And as I say, looking at his fixture, look at this. He's got Fremantle give away points in defence. Got Eagles, Richmond, Essendon give away points. Richmond give away points. Collingwood, Melbourne give away points. And St Kilda, look at that. And Bulldogs. Wow, Bulldogs, St Kilda, Melbourne, and Collingwood all give away points in defence. So I would say make sure you get as well. Some team is my name. All right, some team. All right, I'm going to write that down. Some team. All right, do we like Rao? All right, let's have a look at Rao, and then we'll get into some team as well too. So Rao, let's have a look at Rao. He's cheaper than Anderson. He's got 895k. He's 83 break even. Obviously, same break even because they never played this week. Coming up, he's coming off. What did he get last week? He got 120 last week. He's been scoring 104, 98, 85, 82, 120. Gold Coast do have a tough games coming up. Brisbane, Geelong, Hawthorn, Freo. So not the best month ahead, but then they go Collingwood, Adelaide, and Bulldogs. So these teams don't tag. So Collingwood, Adelaide, Bulldogs. And then you got Carlton, Melbourne. Melbourne don't really tag either. Then you got Dolstrop, but it doesn't really do much. Then you got Gideres, Brisbane, and St Kilda. So I'd say the only tough ones would be the next couple of weeks, because you got the Mullen tag. And then you've also got the Hawthorn here as well too. So I'd say just the next 3 weeks a little tough. However, he's got a low break even, 83. His ownership at the moment is only less than 0%. He's got 35 people in there at the moment, 0.64%. So if you want a real pod, then I would say Matt Rowell could be a sneaky option, less than 900k. And I would say he'll probably outscore a few players. And he's already had his buy. So while your other primos are going to have the buy, you can actually get him as well too. So hopefully that sort of answers your question about Rao. Obviously, the next few weeks may be a bit tough, but he's got a low break even as well too. So hopefully that makes sense. He's got, as I say, next few weeks, obviously Geelong and Hawthorn, but once that's done, he's got the 4 easy teams to play. So I like that. All right, now let's have a look at some team. Have I got you in my foes, some team? So I'd say for defense, Parker. Midfield, I'd say maybe get Rao. And for forward, or LDU, if you haven't got LDU, get LDU as well. And then for forward, I would say get the Tom guy from Port Adelaide to get some cash. And then you can look at getting, I would say you could probably look at getting a forward coming off the bye the week after, because there's not really too many forwards that sticking out this week. Obviously, Rankin's injured. And then you've also got Rochelle. He's not doing that well. Hang on. Sorry, Petraka. I forgot about him. Petraka. if you haven't got Petrarca, he could also be an option. But he does, as I say, next few weeks has a couple of tough games, but then he does all right after that. He's got a pretty cruisy fixture after that. So after the Brisbane, Geelong, and Hawthorn game, he's got a pretty cruisy fixture. So if you haven't got Petrarca yet, then you could probably get him back as well. I got him out, but I haven't got him back yet. But if you haven't got him, he'll be an option up forward as well. Now let's have a look at some team as well too. Yes, good question. Yes, Anderson, by the way, probably will cop the tag as well too, you would think. I'd say Anderson's much more easier to tag the way that he does. He's a bit low this year. He's not spending too much time on ground. Oh, no, he's getting time on ground, I mean, but he's not performing like he did last year. That's what I meant to say. All right, Sanders. So I got in Sanders about 3 weeks ago. He's quite a decent option as well too. So he's quite good. I've looked at this heat map the last few weeks as well too. Seems to be getting around the ground. The only downside getting Sanders in is he's got a bye coming up as well too. So he's got the round 16 bye. So if you want someone that hasn't got a bye, I suggest getting one of the other four. But if you don't mind, if you're not very heavy on the round 16 bye, then Sanders will be a good option up forward. I wonder what his break-even will be this week. This week, leading up to it, he had a break-even of 71, had scored 100 points. He was coming off 107 the week before, so he is projected to go up 23k. So he should probably be around the 880 mark, which probably be about the same price as what Flanders would be now after he went down injured. So let's have a look at his ownership. This is before this week. He's got 5% ownership. 2,000 people bought him in last week for the 100, or for the 100. I wonder if does that mean the things opened up? Has it? I don't know if it's opened up yet or not. All right, so he's got 100 here. Now, upcoming fixtures. Oh, yeah, he's already played Collingwood. He's got Hawthorn this week. Tough one. But then he's got Adelaide. That's not too bad. St Kilda, that's not too bad. Sydney, a little tough here. West Coast, pretty all right. Gold Coast, not bad. Richmond, easy. Freo, that's all right. North's tricky. Carlton and Melbourne. I like this finish for Bulldogs. They play Melbourne. They're not too bad to play as well. They give up a lot of points as well too. So it sort of goes like a hard, easy throughout the year. And that's the same thing about the Brisbane Lions I've noticed as well. They're fixturing for the fantasy wise. They've got a hard game, easy game, hard game, easy game. So a little bit of roller coaster. However, the good thing about Sanders, he plays all around the ground. So he goes down defense, goes in mid. He spends a lot of time in the midfield, and that's what you want for a forward as well. You want a forward that will go spend time in the midfield as well too. So you want someone like that, especially up in the forward line. You can hide him in the forward line because some players, like for example, like a Pickett, he may score really big one week, but then he can also score low one week. Whereas I find the players that are around that score 80 to 100 constantly, I feel a bit more consistent. I like that over the roller coaster where you get 151 or 61 week, 120 the next week. So if you like the roller coaster, then you can get those big players. But if you don't like the roller coasters and you want more consistency up in the forward line, then I'd say Sanders would be ideal. Also, Jack Ross, once he's had his bye, I know he only scored 74 this week, but he's also in the forward line, and he's also playing in the midfield as well too. So I've had Jack Ross pretty much since round 2, and like he's had one bad score for the season. Same with Toby Green. Yes, Toby Green is Toby Green. He's had one bad score as well this year, but all the rest has been pretty consistent. And up until this week, McInerney was another one of mine. He lowest score 75 this year. One score under 75, I should say. But he's been getting pretty much 80 to 100 every week up until this week. Obviously, he went off injured, which kind of sucked for me. That's the only downside of being a bit unique with your forward line is if you get an injury, then it kind of hurts you because you don't have as many people that have him. However, for example, like a Flanders, everyone has him. Whereas if they do get that consistent 80 to 100s, like most of the players I have in my forward line have been doing, then you'll be able to jump the ranks as well too. So that will help as well too. So hopefully that sort of helps you in regards to Riley Sanders. I would get him if you're not too heavy on the round 16 buy. If you are heavy on the round 16 buy, then I would wait and get Jack Ross once he's off his buy the week after. So I like Jack Ross. Well, the only thing I would say about Jack Ross, I wish he would kick the ball more. he hand passes too much. Like I've noticed the last few games, well, this year he sort of has that he kicks one kick and then he handballs like two or three instead. If he kicked more, then that would be a lot more better. He likes to tackle as well too, and he also has that forward role. Oh, he has that. He's a forward position in fantasy, but because Richmond have a lot of injuries, he's always in the midfield. I barely see him up forward. He's been up forward probably. He goes up forward to get a goal here or two, but he's never usually um, out of the midfield, which is perfect. That's what you want for a forward as well too. I did bring in McInerney instead of Merritt, but it did allow me to get Gawn instead of Williams. So I'm not sure if that's a win or not. Yeah, this week I had a real mess up as well too. So I was going to get Heaney and I was also going to get Jordan De Goey, but Flanders out and then Grundy out, and I had Zeri out on the bye. I was kind of like panicking. I was like, oh crap, what am I going to do? Especially with Flanders going down and my trades. It was a bit of a win-lose situation because it allowed me to get Bailey Smith. But then, yeah, Bailey Williams didn't do well at all. So it's like that. I find when you do your trades, like you're gonna win some and lose some. I find like you can't predict all the trades. Some weeks you get a really good trade, but sometimes when injuries occur and late outs occur, it can hurt, and you kind of have to think on the spot as well too. I literally got Smith in 5 minutes before the Carlton game. I didn't even predict to get him out as well too. All right, so Dan, let's have a look at some team. All right, some team rankings and go to some team. All right, here we go. I'm gonna add you to a foe as well too, so that way. Oh no, I'm already on your phone. I already got you. Sorry, my bad. You're already on my phone. My bad. All right, let me share your screen as well too. Oh, here we go. Lockout is over. I can also have a look. Yes, yeah, come on. Yes, we're open. All right, so we can get rid of all. I'm going to trade all my team out. Jeepers, that was a frustrating week this week, wasn't it? Like, and ah, hopeless. All right, so Lachlan, also tell me what your team name is. I'll go through your team. Also, I'll also go back to Watham's team as well too, because at least he's here too, so you'll be able to have a look at his team as well too. So Bruce Wallace, is that the one that's got the Watham's team? Is that yours? All right, so Lachlan, if you tell me your team name as well, we can look at that as well too. Football. Football. All right. So now we're in business. I do apologize for the first few teams reviews because it was kind of going on last week's team. So now we can actually go through your teams properly. All right. So I'm going to go some team, and I'm going to go Hoot Boo, and then I'm going to go back to Watham's team. All right. So these 3 teams in a row. All right. Now we can actually see. I haven't even looked at my team yet. Wow. So you're going to get a bonus. I'm going to look at your teams before I even look at my team. Wow. All right. Now, here we go. So you got Cook out, McAndrew out, Blamires out, Banfield, Gawn, and McInerney in. Yeah. Oh, gee, that hurts because McInerney's been so, as I say, so consistent. And he was playing Richmond, probably the best matchup. And then he goes and gets injured and rolls his ankle. So I was frustrated as well myself because he scored less than a rookie. My rookie scored higher than a McInerney. So it kind of sucks, but hopefully it's just a roll, and that means he might be back next week. I feel they just took him off as precautionary. So that might mean it's actually pretty good. So he probably, fingers crossed, can play. Who does he got this week? He has got St Kilda. Of course, yeah, St Kilda. I read out the players to look out for. Of course, they're playing St Kilda. That's right. All right. Now, let's have a look. It should tell you the buy is perfect. So it tells you the buy. You got Whitfield 1, you got Richmond 2, you've got Richmond 3, you got Jack Ross as well. I like that. You got Jack Ross. And you've only got 3. That's right. Plus Flanders, obviously, he's a must trade. What's his price that now? 897,000. Oh, good. So he's still 900,000. Okay, so you're still going to get quite a decent play for him, a straight swap. So yeah, you'll need to trade out Flanders. I'd say Flanders needs to go. I'd say Rashesco's due now. Look at his break-even 48. It's reasonable. He does have, I believe he's got an easier. Oh no, he doesn't. Actually, he's got Brisbane next week. He's got Brisbane after his bye, North Melbourne. So those two are tough. So yeah, if you're not strapped for cash, you've got 63k there. You could get that Port rookie in the forward line. That Tom that long name. You got Anderson and Butters. I like that. You're going to put them on the field, obviously, this week. And then you got McKercher there, which is good because, as I say, North Melbourne's got that good defense fixture coming up as well too. So I like that. Yes, he's a bit up and down, but hopefully, if he gets that defense role, that'll be actually pretty good as well too. Your defense line is actually pretty strong. I like that. You're only going to have Whitfield out this week, but you're going to have either Sarong, who can loop Sarong, and Lindsay, who plays first. I think West Coast play before. Yes, so Sydney plays Sunday and West Coast play on this Saturday. So you can actually loop Lindsay over and see what he scores, and then you can use Whitfield as a loop there. Good idea. Brune, yeah, I would say watch and see what McKerney does. Looking at his break even, 130. If he's injured this week, that means he'll be out for 2 weeks. Obviously, the bye week after. I'll trade Flanders, McErney, and then probably Rashesco. Those are the three I'll look at getting out, if that makes sense as well, too. Yes. Travis is actually one of Travis, believe it or not, is actually a Richmond supporter, and he actually umpires with me as well, Travis. So you know that your team Richmond have not been going that well either. So I wouldn't be hanging anything on Brisbane. 5 flags for us this century. Still the most flags. All right, that's my little thing as well too. All right, coming from a Richmond supporter, that's kind of a bit stiff, isn't it? That's for sure. All right, all right. Now, if you got a fantasy team, by the way, Travis, put down your fantasy team as well too. So trying to troll me here. All right, so now that's what I would do. Oh, I like this. I just didn't even notice. You got Heaney here. Good. Oh, I like this. Vice captain for Heaney against Richmond. How? See, what a crazy contrast that was. I would say McErney on any other regular day would have got 100 as well too, and you would have easily got 1800. Look at that. It's up to 7,000 now, which is a big jump as well. I like that. 1765. So that's a great jump. So well done on that as well too. So hopefully now with the buys, if you get the good buy structure, that will also be handy as well too. So you've got currently for your round 16 buy, you've got Roberts 1, Sinclair 2, Holmes 3, you've got Bontempelli 4, you've got who else is on the buy? Bruins 6. Then you've got Pickett 7, Roby 8, Banfield 9, and obviously Flanders is going to go is 10. So you're quite buy heavy in the last week. Also go on here as well. So you're quite buy heavy in the last week. So in a way, Flanders being out will help you this week because considering you don't have too many GWS and Richmond players, you can also use those trades to trade out your round 15 and round 16 players as well too. So I feel that that's a good idea as well too for you as well. I think that will be good as well because it will give you a bit of a leg up as well too, and then you can go straight to, like as I say, like you haven't got a Park, you haven't got LDU yet. LDU will be good to go to. You haven't got that Port guy yet, so get the Port guy. And I'd say the Parker or LDU in the midfield will be pretty good as well too. So that will be good. You've got Anderson and Butters, so that's a good spreader as well too. All right, now let's have a look at football. All right, now, thank you. All right, thank you. All right. Happy birthday for Saturday, mate. What would I suggest this week? Tackler Godwin. All right, so I'm gonna write yours down as well too. Yeah, so my birthday is gonna be on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm getting old now, so I'm gonna go to the casino most likely and get a buffet as well too. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. All right. What's your team name, Is it called Dion's team? All right, so Dion as well. So I've got Hootball, then I've got Watham, then I've got Tank Squadron, and then Dion. All right. So where are we looking at? Yes, my beanie. Yeah, so it's a bit cold. Normally I've been wearing a hat, but I got a beanie this time. So the Brisbane one there. So um, yeah, we having a bit of a it's weird. Every year, the last 4 years in a row, we seem to lose about 2 or 3 games in the middle of the year, and we always get smashed by the same teams. We always get smashed by GWS, always get smashed by Gold Coast, and always get smashed by Geelong. So I don't know what it is, but every year they repeat and they just sort of like fall apart for a few weeks. But yeah, it's a funny old season, that's for sure. I remember 2024, they were 13th, so anything can happen. All right. All right, now let's see. Let's get to our squadrons. Um, Hootball, sorry, Hootball, that's right, Hootball. Hootball, Lachlan M. All right, now I believe I've already got him as a foe. Yes, good job. Oh, I do. All right, so now share this as Lachlan here. Just double checking Lachlan's here. Um, all right, let's have a look. So you got rid of, I like that, good idea. You got rid of Robertson. You got to go. See, I cannot believe it. I was gonna get Robertson. Not Robertson. I was gonna get De Goey in, and I couldn't get him in. Oh, gee, that was Flanders and Grundy. Oh, that killed me this week. De Goey, what a great trade in. Holmes, you got in. Banfield, obviously, it was a bit low scoring this week. Houston against Bulldogs was always going to score quite well. So unfortunately, you trade him, but in a way, had a high break even. So ideally, that's not too bad of a trade either. What did Holmes get? He got 88. Your defense is very strong. I like that. You got Wilkie. That's a nice unique. You're up to 5,000 now. You jumped up. That's pretty good. 4,000 ranking. I like that. You got 146k in the bank. You got McErcha's going to come back playing this week, obviously. Let's have a look at our GWS and Richmond players. Let's count your players. You got Richmond 1. You've got uh, who else have you got? Is that it? Wow, you only got one Richmond playing. No, oh, is that all? Wow, no way. Oh, you can. Oh, I see. You can do a few sneaky moves this week. I like this. I like this. All right. Now, all right. So, wouldn't be yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not very cold here in Perth, but it's been a terrible long weekend. I was supposed to go down south, and I was supposed to umpire a comp down there this weekend, and the everything got cancelled. Everything's all flooded and everything. It's ridiculous. Um, um, now, oh yeah, where are we up to? I went to the Atrium yesterday for my birthday and had a good feed. First time I've been there and enjoyed it. Yes, Atrium's quite nice, as well as the Epicurean. I like those two restaurants. They're quite fancy as well too, and you get a lot of choice as well too. The ice cream's quite nice as well too. Um, all right. So what was my train of thought? I was talking about. Oh yes, that's right. So let me just count your round 16 buys, shall we? You got Roberts 1, Sinclair 2, Holmes 3, Wilkie 4. You got Smith 5, you got Merritt 6, you got Steele 7, you've got uh, let's see, you got Gorn 8, you got Flanders 9, you got Banfield 10, you got Buderick 11, Dave Wicks 12. Far out. All right. So now, good thing about you only having one Richmond player, I suggest you this week get rid of your round 16 buy players. Get rid of Flanders. He needs to go. Have a look at any other players that are doing not so well. You could even maybe have a look at getting rid of a Steele a bit earlier before his buy, possibly. He's not performing. McCluggage's not very performing that well either. He's my favourite player, but he's still not going that well. You could also, what's Murray's break? He's playing this week anyway. Now let's see. Yeah, so I'll get rid of Flanders. I will get rid of Rachesco. Or actually, you might need to keep Rachesco. You could use him for a loop. So maybe don't get rid of him this week. And get rid of your round 16 buy players. That's my tip. Because as I say, you got like about 12 already, and you don't want to get caught out because you want to have less round 12 buy. You want to have less players so you don't get stuck with injuries as well too. Obviously, like this week, obviously with Flanders out. Yes, Bruce. Yes, I did mention not to get McCluggage. Yes, um, throughout the season, but unfortunately, yeah, some people have him, some people don't. I think I thought it was his. Yes. Now you're trolling me now. I know. I think I've said it's my favorite player a few times now. Ah, oh, that's funny. All right. So, what was I saying? So, I'd say get rid of your round 16 buy players. As I say, you've got about 13 at the moment. So, this is a good week to do that because obviously round 14, round 15, round 16, they've got 4 teams on each buy those weeks. So, I'd say start getting rid of them now. So yeah, Flanders needs to go. Who else would need to go from this team? Who's pretty? It's not really too many else that. Yeah, probably Steele. I'd say Steele, McCluggage, and Flanders will probably be the ones to get rid of this week. But obviously, depending on any injuries that occur, um, hopefully Banfield will generate his cash going again. Who's he got this week? He's got Sydney this week. So he should score all right. He's got Jitters Bulldogs. So Sydney's a little bit tough, but you would think hopefully he holds his spot. If not, then maybe you could maybe get him down to like that Tom guy from Port Adelaide, the Tom Apanopoulos, that long name. He'll do quite well, but I'd say keep him for now. He should have a low break even. What's his break even like? He's break even 9, yeah, so keep him. What am I talking about? All right. So ignore what I've just said then. Now, yeah, that's what I'll look at doing. Steele, McCluggage, and Flanders. If you have no major injuries, those 3 would be going. Flanders would be the one to go straight away, though, obviously, because he's out long term. But apart from that, you have no major concerns really. It's a good team. As I say, you're on the right track. You almost got 1800 this week. If you get another 1800 this next week, you'll probably jump up to about 2000 as well too, which will be just outside the top 100. When should I take out Josh Dacos? 570s in a row. Yes. Oh, good question. All right. Oh yes. Let's have a look. Josh Dacos. So he's got 79 this week. This week coming up, he's got Melbourne. So we saw what GWS did against Melbourne today, and also the last few weeks. Melbourne give up a lot of points in defence. So I would trade Josh Dacos. Yes, he's got a break of 115. He may lose some cash, but I would hold him this week. Then you could probably look at getting rid of him. He does, however, after his bye, he's got Port Adelaide, Richmond, Gold Coast, North. North are tough, but then, actually, get him rid of him at the bye, I'd say. Because yes, he's got an easy game here, but looking at his fixture, look at this: Brisbane, Hawthorn, Eagles, Geelong. Yuck, 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 yuck. Very tough last month. So, um, Adelaide pretty cruisy, Gold Coast cruisy, Richmond cruisy. But yes, if you need to hold him one more week, get him rid of him at the bye. This round 14, I'll hold him for the Queen's birthday game. I think that's called Queen's birthday or King's birthday or the what do they call it? The uh, what do they call it? Your big freeze. What do they call it in Melbourne? Is that like the King's birthday over there? Because for in WA, our Queen's birthday is actually in September. So it's weird how all the different states have a different day. Because for example, this long weekend's a WA Labor Day. So that means Federation Day this week. So I should say. So we don't have King's birthday next week. We got to work while you guys are watching the footy and all that. Quite lucky. All right, King's birthday. Oh yes, King's birthday. That's the one. Awesome, perfect. So, all right. Now, hopefully that sort of helps as well. All right, so that is football done. All right, now where we up to? Ratham as well. All right. So if you traded out Jagger weeks ago, is it an option to bring him back as a forward? Good question, by the way, B. I'm spewing myself as well. I traded out I can't believe it. I traded out Jagger Smith as well when he was getting those 50s. And ever since I traded him out, he's been getting 80s, got his 90s and that. It's like it's amazing. If you're struggling up forward, what's your team name, B? Maybe tell me your team name and then we'll have a look at it as well too. So at the moment, I'm going to look at Rafs now, and then I've got two more to look at, and then followed by whatever your team name is. All right, so Wrath. Let's go back to Wrath. And I looked at it before, but let me just double check your Rathams with the snappers. All right, here we go. I'll share this tab. All right, so here you go. Look at this. For all you beef random. All right, beef random. All right. All right. So, all right. Here we go. Rather. Here we go. Look at this. Look at that price you got. The cash you got. I can't believe it. Look at that. Choo choo choo. Richie Benno here in the house. Richie Benno. Choo choo choo. I like that. Out of all the numbers, that has to be choo choo choo. Either if it wasn't choo choo choo, then maybe 6 7. All right. Perfect. So I see you got Rankin. Look, I predicted the Rankin trade out. Well done. You got Rankin out. Sanders in. I like that. Sanders. Cook to Banfield. Doverston to DeGoey. Not bad, actually. DeGoey's great trade in. I can't. Yeah, that's not bad. The only one that went down a bit was at Banfield, but apart from that, it was good. You got rid of Doverston. He's not playing as well. Oliver was out this week. This week, as I say, so Flanders needs to go. Then all these other players are playing. That's good. Due to rest, Richmond, you got one here. You got another one here too. You got 4 players. So I'd say now would be a good time to get rid of Grill. He's done now. Keep Whitfield, obviously, over the bye. You can get rid of Grill this week. Get rid of Flanders, and then out of have a look at your round 16 buy players. If you got a lot of round 16 buy players, let's have a look. We got Roberts 1, Sinclair 2. Then you've got Steele 3, Bontempelli 4, Sardis 5. Then you've got just Ruckman 6, Gorn 7. You got Pickett 8, Flanders 9, Banfield 10. Yeah, so I'd say look at trading around 16 buy players out as well. So I'll go Flanders out, Grill out, and then one of your round 16 buy players will be good. And then you could get and there's one that I was looking at, but it'll be a pretty big of a pod, but I wouldn't like it long term, but maybe for a draft option. Now, you're talking about a lot about uniques there. This player, what's his price at? I wouldn't get him, but for draft, if you're playing draft, he might be a sneaky shout. Finn O'Sullivan as a little sneaky draft option. Not for classic, but he's been getting that 80 mark. But I wouldn't get him for classic. But if you're doing draft, get him as a unique. I saw a lot of unique comments there. That's what I was looking at. But that's not for classic, but for draft. He's been getting 80s. So he's got break even 57. That will be a hugest pod out of all of them, but I wouldn't want to go there myself. I would want to go for maybe like a Simpkin as a pod, or maybe like as the Parker or LDU, I'd say. LDU, if you haven't got him, I'd like to get him as well too. I think you were mentioning about LDU earlier. If you get LDU, that will be a good. Who's saying Flanders a hold? Flanders not a hold. You need to trade out Flanders. He's out all year. I was in. I'm doing Flanders to Baz, Resco to Port Rook, and Anderson to Nam. Yes, that's Nam is got his buy coming up though, so we gotta we might have to have a look at your team as well too, double check what your team is. I was in the top 10K, but these 2 weeks has dropped me to 13K now. Rip. Or oh, I see. Yes, that's annoying. Top 10K. That's still pretty decent though. Anderson or LDU? I would go LDU just because Gold Coast. I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. Let's have a look. Let's go back to my team here, and let's go to Anderson. Have a look at this. This is what I was talking earlier. All right, so the fixture coming up. Anderson has got Gold Coast, Geelong, Hawthorn. They got a tough 3 weeks. Brisbane are pretty tough. Geelong are tough. They got the Mullen tag and all that. And Hawthorn are pretty tough to score against. Then it opens up a little bit. But then at the end, they got Brisbane as well. However, ODU, look at this. Now, they go Freo, then they go Eagles, Richmond, Essendon, Port Adelaide, Collingwood, Melbourne, St Kilda, Hawthorn, Bulldogs. So up until round 22, this one's tough and this tough. However, LDU, interestingly, likes tougher teams as well too. Look at this score. Against Gold Coast, he got 126. Against Sydney, he got 116. And then against Brisbane, he got 111. So he doesn't mind how hard the teams are, actually. So that's why I like him. And break even 78. He can either get that 90 or that 110 score as well too. So he may not be that consistent, like he may not be like that big, say like a Dacos getting that 130 or 120 each week, but he'll still at least be competitive, and he's got a better fixture, I find, over Anderson. So that's the only reason I would go. But once Anderson has finished playing Geelong and Hawthorn, then jump on him, I'd say. Yeah, yeah, and LDU is cheaper. The Gold Coast player that I would rather get than Anderson would be Rao. Rao is 50K cheaper than Anderson, and he's got a much, like, it's obviously the same fixture, but a bit more points to gain. He's got a lower break even as well too. Yeah, I would like to get I would like to get Carlton players after their bye, just because you don't want to get stuck getting Strager Smith this week, then he's going to be out the week after anyway. That's the only thing I would do. I would wait until after their bye. But yeah, there's no stopping you getting him this week, but I just rather get him the week after because they got the round 14 bye. So you don't want to be stuck getting someone in, just like what happened this week with Flanders. So now he's going to be a trade out as well too. All right, LDU break even. His break even is 78 at the moment. It was 76. It must have changed. Somehow the fantasy break evens changed each weekend now. So one week it was 76. Now it's like 78. So it's annoying how they changed those 1 or 2 points each week. All right, now what were we up to? We were up to, what team were we up to, guys? We were up to. Have we looked at your team, Dan? Yeah, we did. Merritt or Dawson, or would you underprice LDU, Kennedy, Rao, Dunkley be better? Now, Dunkley this week loves playing Gold Coast, so he's been a bit down on form this year. However, he's one of his favourite teams to play this week. LDU, he's got Freo this week, don't they? Yes, they do. Then Merritt or Dawson. I would wait on Dawson this week just because Rankin's out injured and Adelaide's got Geelong this week. So they got two good taggers. Then after Geelong, you could probably get Dawson. That's why I want to I'd rather get like a North or Gold Coast or that Port Adelaide guy this week and then aim for Adelaide the week after. Does that sort of make sense? Does that make hopefully that makes sense? That's what I would do anyway. If I don't have Dawson myself, but if I were going to get him, I would wait until he played Geelong, just because Geelong are very restrictive with their scoring with the taggers. Yes. Yeah. All right. Now let's have a look. So, now, where are we looking at? Who is up next? Have we looked at tax? Tax. What's our team name? Tax someone. Tax. Hopefully I got the right team. Have we looked at tax? How is there? How is there two Rathos, by the way? Which one's? There must be two. Oh, Tackler Squadron. Here we go. Three. Here we go. All right. I haven't got Wolfpack yet. I'll have to write down Wolfpack as well too. All right. So we got Tacklers, then we've got Dion's, then we got Beef, and then we got Wolfpack. So they're our next teams. All right. So, Tacklers Squadron. All right. Let's have a look at the rankings and let's go to our teams. Tacklers Squadron. Tacklers Squadron. Very nice. So this must be you, is it? Your Tom, yes, you moved up. Very nice. I like that. Inside the top 1,000. Very good. I like that. Let's have a look. Now, perfect. Awesome. Good to see. You have up in top 1,000. Very nice. 16, almost a 1,700 score. 618th. Very nice. 366k in the bank. I like that as well too. You got Cook, McAndrew, Robertson out. Brought in Ison, Gawn, and Banfield. Gawn, a great trade in this week. Obviously playing due to the rest with no ruckman as well too. So solo ruck does pretty good. Ison's Banfield low down on scores, but they got a good fixture coming up, so that's the main thing. That's good. All right, you got enough cash to trade out as well too, so you can trade out. I'd say Flanders would obviously needs to go. You've already got the Port Rook, so that's handy. So he's going to come on the field for you this week. McErnie, if he's out this week, you can trade him out too. And then I would suggest maybe upgrading one of your rookies as well too. Maybe like a maxed out rookie, like say Rashesco or someone like that. That way. Oh, and you still got Ranganine to come in as well too. I like that. Just because you got that cash, and then you can also have another gun that way. I always like to trade around primos, but you could also have a look at also getting rid of McCluggage as well. Now let's have a look. You have got how many GWS? One. Then you've got two Rashesco, three Callahan, and then you've got four coming as well too. So you got four out plus Flanders 5. Let's have a look at your round 16 buys as well too. So a lot of people seem to be heavy on their last round. That's fine. So you've got 1, 2, 3. You've got 4. You've got 5, 6. 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you got 12 on the last buy. So yeah, good that Flanders is on his round 16 buy, so you can trade him out. Trade him out. I'd say trade Flanders, McErnie, and then one of your rookies you can also use that cash as well too for. Unless I wonder if Ryan, you could maybe also fix up Ryan if he's not playing, as well too. But you got good. North's got a good draw. You got Zurha here, and you can also swing around with the forward and defense as well too. So it's not a bad shout. Maybe as I say, maybe try and get. I would say look at getting LDU in your midfield. Your midfield's not too bad actually. You got a pretty strong midfield. Your defense, not too bad. Maybe you can look at maybe getting like a Luke Parker or someone in defense, and then up forward. However, I'd say this forward you might need to focus on here. Obviously, with Flanders being out, I would try and get a primo forward up here as well too. So if you haven't got a Petraka, you don't have a Petraka. Can't see Petraka. Yeah, maybe get Petraka. Yes, he's got a tough draw coming up next too, but he should still score quite well. I'll probably look at getting him up forward. Then the week after, I'll look at getting Jack Ross. So once Jack Ross is off his bye, you can get Jack Ross, and then that should complete your forward line. As I say, your midfield's pretty good. Just Bruin, probably needs to also start looking at going as well too. So Bruno McCluggage, one of those as well too. You could also look at doing as well. So I'd say, yeah, as I say, Flanders, McErney, and then either Bruno McCluggage or one of your topped out rookies like Rashevsko or something like that. But that's what I will look at doing if I were you. All right. All right. All right. Hey, Leverett, can you read my previous message, please? All right, sweet. So, what was your message? Sorry. Um, now when I go to the different page, I can't really see. I can't see the comments at the same time. So that's why I'm sort of going back and forth. Sorry. What was your comments What's your team name, Leverett? Have I already? Oh yes. Oh no, I haven't yet. So once Lockhart's lifted, that's right. So that's right. So I've got to write down Jaden. So I've got done tacklers. So that's tacklers there. So now we're up to Beef Random, Dion, and then Jaden. So all right. So if Dion's around, let me know if you're around. If you're not here, then we'll do back to Jaden, and then we'll go back to Beef. All right, so I'll just get Jaden's here for now while I'm waiting. If I can find it somewhere. Jaden, here we go. I've got Jaden back up again. I've not even seen my team. Dion is here. All right, sweet. All right, let me go to Dion, and then we'll get to Jaden. All right, sweet. So Dion, what's your team name? Is it just Dion? What's our team name? Dion. I've got Dion's team. Is that the one? Dion's team? Yeah. Oh, I'd say this. You're probably got the. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool name. I was like, I've never come across like the actual team name of your actual name. I like that actually. Um, Changed it on me. Didn't like my other. I was gonna say because I was like, this is pretty straightforward team name. It's actually Dion's team. Like that's gonna be like Reese's team. Yeah. All right. I see. Let me go to your team and mark as foe, and then I'll add you to my phone. I'll share this um, this screen. All right. Yes, you got my favourite Essendon player. You got Merritt this week. Cook out. Murray, Houston out. Houston, yeah, I would have kept Houston just because he's got Bulldogs and he had that easy matchup. Bulldogs always leak points. He got a 90, but yeah, not the end of the world because he didn't get his break even, so that's pretty good. And Aaliyah, that's an interesting one. I wonder, I wonder what was what I wonder what was up with Aaliyah. It's an interesting choice. I've never would have thought Aaliyah, but anyway, oh, I see. What's he got? He got 73, 70, 51. Yeah, I suppose so, but oh, he's been playing ruck maybe, but he hasn't got the ruck thing. Yeah, interesting. All right, let's have a look at our team here. So we have got 223K in the bank. That's good. I like that bank. Tally, you got enough in the bank there. You've got Flanders, obviously, he needs to go. He needs to be traded. Now let's count your due to rest players. So now, oh, I see. So now let's have a look, shall we? Oh yes. Thought he's gonna ruck more, but he didn't. Yeah, so I think he was actually being a ruck at one stage. So yeah, it's definitely different. Like I like that. That's a good thing about it because let's have a look at his ownership. The good thing about being unique, you can actually jump as well too. So you got 1%, so only 1% own him. So it's pretty good. All right, so you got Newman. That's all right. Let's count how many GWS and players you got. Richmond 1, 2, 3. You got 3. Yep, so you got 3. That's not bad. And now let's count 16 buys. You got 1, 2, 3. Flanders needs to go anyway. Then you've got 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7. There we go. 8. Hey, yeah, that's not bad. You actually good buy fixture in. I would trade McRae. I would look at going Flanders down. You could go Flanders down. With that money, you can also look at getting a. I would look at getting a Ford up here, just because I feel that you're a little light on the forward line. Your midfield is stacked. You don't need to do any more midfield trades for now because Butter's going to be on the field. Your midfield is chock-a-block. Your defense is all right. It's not too bad. Get Flanders out. But then just I feel obviously now you got Petraka here. He'll be back this week, so that will be handy. And you got Sheasel. I feel with your rookies that like especially McRae, he's not playing. So I would probably do Flanders. Maybe that's what you could do. McRae, you can get McRae to that Port rookie guy, probably same price. Then you can go Flanders out, and then Noble will be on the field for you in defense this week. That's good. And then you could look at getting rid of let's see who else would you need to get rid of. Grundy hopefully should be back this week. Zeri will be back this week. That's fine. Who else would we get rid of? What's Cross doing? He's breaking 32. What's he scoring like? Yeah, he's almost that. He's break even at 32. So I'll just hold him this week because he's got Collingwood. Collingwood are easy. Should smash Collingwood hopefully. Now I would look at Selwood. He seems to be almost done. Yeah, so Selwood. That's what I'll get rid of. Selwood because I'd say Selwood, Flanders, and then Rashesco or McRae. But I would do McRae first. So McRae, Flanders, and Selwood, I would say you could probably get rid of. And then you can, as I say, you don't need your midfield. Your midfield's fine. Just up your forward line. I think that would be good. I like that. That's pretty good. Good team, I'd say. I like the uniqueness about it as well too. Like especially that Aaliyah. I think this is the first one with Aaliyah, so that's pretty good. Want to get rid of Selwood and upgrade Murdoch. All right, wait. You want to upgrade Murdoch? I would keep Murdoch this week. He got 96. And he got breaking 55, so he's still making cash, and he's got 96, so he had a good roll today. Yeah, he played Essendon. He's got Port, then he's got North. I would maybe hold up until his buy, just because he's up at forward, and you could probably, like you have with Strager Smith at the moment, you both got him up forward. So, but I can see what you're thinking about. But yeah, I would hold him another week up until his buy, I think, and then you can go. Or if you want to go early, you can use some of his cash. However, he's gonna get some more break in 55. He should score another about 60 or 70 or something like that, which would be quite nice. I'd say Selwood first. Yeah, exactly. John, the Revolution. All right. I'll write that down. Join the Revolution. All right, so that is for Dion's. All right, who are we up to next? What's our next one? Yes, I think so just hold Murdoch for this week. Do you know what? I'll sort of explain it this week for me. Last week I had Goddard, and I was going to trade Goddard last week, but then he came out and got 130 points. So then I end up keeping Goddard, and then he got 72 this week. So sometimes they can stagnate, and then they continue with their price increase, which is kind of crazy. All right, so yes, so it was Jaden, and then it was Beef. So Jaden, then Beef. That's the one. All right, so I have got Jaden somewhere. There we are, Jaden. And then we'll go to Beef after. So we've got Beef straight after Jaden. All right, Jaden, you got 2107. What? That can't be right. Oh, here we go. I was gonna say, what? Oh, gee, that made me laugh. When I saw 2107, I was like, no way, there's no way anyone could have scored that score this week after after all those players that were out, far out. Oh man, sorry for laughing. I just like it came up as the wrong score on my system. I was just like, you got to be kidding me. You would have won the weekly for sure with 2107. Far out. All right. We've got a bit of comedy happening here. All right. So now, gee, far out. 114K in the bank. So Jake's ranking Coleman out. You got on Coleman out. Good work, because he ended up getting injured. So no way. Wow, what a trade that. Whitfield into Curry Banfield. I think you won your trades this week. Well done. DeGoey and Whitfield were huge. Whitfield had a massive second half, so he came back home strong against Melbourne there today. Uh, you got Whitfield 1. You got come into, let's go 3. You've got yeah, so I would trade out Flanders, Robertson. Yeah, Murdoch's still a hold now because he's making cash again. So I'll go Robertson, Flanders, and then I would look at maybe getting rid of your defense is fine. Butters will come on the field, or Francis will come on the field. Steen, yes, that's right. Sorry. I'll still do the same as what you had before, what I was mentioning before. Flanders, Robertson, and Steen, I'd feel. But yeah, it's frustrating. Actually, no, fix up Doverston maybe. If Doverston doesn't get named, maybe fix up him. It's just Steen you could probably just use as your ruck loophole, really. But let's just see. That doesn't show you. I have to go to my team and have a look. It should show you. Where's the fixtures? I want to see something. So, let's have a look at fixtures. When does Collingwood play? So, Collingwood play. They don't play that week. They play Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday. Gee. Collingwood aren't really good at looping. Look, they play so many early games. So maybe the better loop option would be actually Robertson. So I would trade one of them out. So you may have to trade Steen over Robertson, just for your looping options. But for now, with your where are we going back? When you go back to your team, sorry, I'm on my team. There we go. When we go back here, so I would. Why is it showing round 12? What is going on here? That's round 11. There we go. Keeps showing me the wrong team. I don't know what's going on here. All right, so now, yeah. So I would get rid of. I would probably get rid of Steen over Robertson. Just yeah. It's a tricky situation there, those ones. But yeah, for now though, I would still trade out both, just because the buys you're gonna have 3 more rounds of donuts anyway, so there's no point getting a loot player up until, if you really want a loot player, maybe around 16, and you can work out, oh, okay, I'm going to use Robertson or someone like that, and you can get someone cheaper later on. But just for now, I'll trade Steen, Robertson, and Flanders. That'll be my 3 to trade out for you, if that makes sense. Sorry, it was a bit of a long process of trying to say that, but yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking, because it doesn't really matter about buys. It doesn't matter about loops up until you finish the buys anyway, because you're gonna get donuts every week anyway. Then the finals, then when you can downgrade your players to a donut. Doesn't matter about looping options, because can just use the buy plays until trade red dot with around 16 when we have 3 trades. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. All right. Does that sort of make sense? All right. Let's look in at Jason Burgoyne as well. Who's question about Jason Burgoyne? All right. Let's have a look at the price of Jason Burgoyne. Jason Burgoyne. He's got priced at 776, break even at 90. I was looking at him at the start of the season. He started at all right with 92, 100, 112, and then you got 94, 81. He's a bit of a roller coaster, however. And he's got Eagles, Sydney, Collingwood, so he's got a tough one, but then he's got a couple of easy ones, another tough one. He's got a tough run. Yeah, he's got Sydney twice. That's going to be hard. He's a bit of a roller coaster, that guy. If you like a 61 week and then 100 the next, that's all right. But he's not very consistent. That's the only issue. And he's got a break even of 90, so he's pretty much maxed out anyway. So he's probably not going to get too much more cash, if that makes sense. I'll go Wilkie, Bowie, Parker for cheaper defenders under $1 million. Yes. Yeah. Wilkie actually is quite consistent as well too. He's really consistent. Miller or Parker to bring in defense line. I like Parker just because North Melbourne's run is really awesome, especially when it comes for defenders. North Melbourne and Hawthorn. Hawthorn's the next team that also has the best run for defenders as well. However, the only issue with Hawthorn is they got the bye coming up, so I would target a North player this week. So, for example, Parker, he's got Freo, Eagles, Richmond, Essendon. Then he's got Collingwood, Melbourne, St Kilda. And Bulldogs here around 22. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got about 6 good matches for defenders coming up. The tough one will be round 23, round 24. So if you jump off before then, but I would say these ones, he's got the best fixture. So I'll target a North player, if that makes sense. So yeah, Parker. I would say Parker. That will be my answer. All right. So now let's get to what's our next team. What's our team? Make sure I got that. Have I got that? Beef random. All right, beef random. Let's see. Yeah, beef random. Oh, rankings. Beef random. All right, Brandon. Here we go. Beef random. Is this the one? All right. Here we go. All right. G'day, footy as well. Hopefully you are well. You're up. Yeah, beef random's up now. Yes, and then once beef random's done, then I'll do. Was it Ratho Sport? Is that the one? Ratho Sport. Ratho Sport. All right. Ratho Sport. All right. So let's have a look. All right, here we go. All right, beef random 16-19. All right, I think that's almost as much as I scored. What did I get this week? I think I scored about the same thing as well too. All right, so 382,000 K in the bank. Well, you got a lot of cash there. Very nice. You're cashed up. You did Rankin to Williams, Blamise to Banfield, McAndrew and Holmes. I also did Williams myself too, and I regretted that every decision, but he had such a low break even, and I don't know why I did it because the Storm in WA was hopeless. He's playing Essendon, but he had a low break even, so I think we all sort of did that as well too. So many people bought him in this week as well too. Let's have a look. Ownership. Let's see how many people bought him in. Look at that. 8,000 people got him in this week. Yep, that's probably yeah. But Holmes, I like that as well too. Holmes is pretty good. Got up in defence there as well too, so I like that. All right. So you got let's count your GWS Richmond players first. You got 1 and 2. That's it. You've only got 2. That's all right. Let's count your the 16 players. 1, 2. Seems like you've got a lot of round 14 players actually. Maybe have a look at your round 14 buyers players actually. I won't do round 16 just yet. I'll just check your round 14 for now. You've got um you got round 14, Connett 1, 2, 3. Then you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7. Yeah. You're sort of a mixed bag actually. You got a few round 16, round 14. So I would say this week Flanders would be good to get rid of. Of course, of course. McErnie, if he's going to be injured this week, get rid of him. However, I'm just hopingly that his ankle is just a precaution and that he gets back this week. Now, if he is out, then get rid of him. If he's not out, yeah, I'll actually still get rid of him because you can, if you got no major issues, then you could probably get rid of him. Then let's have a look. Yeah, Butters will come on the field. I like your defense. Your defense is perfect, so that's fine. Don't need to touch your defense. I like your midfield. You got quite a few good guns here. You might with Butters be on the field for you this week, so that's handy as well. And then I'm guessing, oh yes, you had McAndrew. You traded McAndrew out to Williams. That's right. And then yeah, so Cook's already had his buy, so yeah, so you're probably going to keep him then. I would do McErnie, Flanders, and then maybe Rosesco. That would be my suggestions. But you got enough cash here, so you can get a decent player as well too with that. So that would be my 3. I'll look at doing those 3, if that makes sense. What were you looking at doing? All right. Let me just. I'm going back to your thing here. Yep, that's it. Who's Dango? Damn, this joker got same score as me. Neko. No, next team is Wolfpack, please, mate. And who is the 4 to trade in for Flanders? If already have Sheasel and Petraka, and can you check my team after Dua Lipa? Okay. All right, there we are too. Williams, man. I moved Williams into forward line now. Please review Dave Genvy team. Also, did you think McCluggage is a must trade or he might come good? He looks so slow when he's playing and doesn't even want to footy. Yeah, so uh, he unfortunately has had an interrupted pre-season. He's been injured and playing injured as well too. So he doesn't want to. He doesn't seem to be himself. He's not himself. I've interviewed him a few times as well too. So he even told me himself, don't get him in the fantasy. That's what he told me anyway. Now, what is it? Williams in the forward line and Flanders to Grundy is what I'm thinking. Yes, so that's a good option. Is it? I wonder. Who's on the bio this week? Who's on the? No, I mean, I'm just thinking. It's so annoying that Grundy's still got his buy coming up. That's the only issue. Like, you're kind of trading. You're kind of trading into a buy coming up. That's the only issue I have. Can you wait for Grundy until after his buy? Is there a way you can do that? And maybe you can get a forward instead, or get a midfielder this week, and then maybe you can get a Grundy once he's finished his buy. Just because he did look a bit sore the other week, but then he's also got a buy coming up, so he's going to miss in a couple of weeks' time anyway. That's the only thing about Rux. Yes, yeah. So yeah. If that does that make sense? What fours do you suggest? All right. So let's have a look. Go back to your team. All right, so you got Petraka. Well, you got him. I was going to suggest him. That Adelaide rookie guy, Tom Anapalasis, long name, but he's got break even on -2. He'll make some cash as well too. He hasn't got another buy coming up because he's had his buy. I'll look at getting him. And then I would look at now. Interesting. I I would suggest LDU, but that's a midfielder. But bear with me in a sec. The next option I will be looking at after Parker. So the I don't like Simpkin as much, but he's he's got a good fixture coming up. However, I probably want to get him. I wouldn't get him, but I would. If I had to rank the 3 North Melbourne players to get in, I would go LDU, Luke Parker, and then Simpkin. But I wouldn't. But I don't like it 100% at all. But the one I would have got first is Petraka, but you already got Petraka. So I would go, the top 3 ones I would go, though, would be Petraka and that Tom guy from Adelaide, this guy. But Simpkin could be sneaky just this week, but I would wait until after the bye. However, the other one I would suggest, if let me just go back to your team. Have you got him yet? If you haven't got Jordan De Goey, what's his price at? He also could be a sneaky shout as well too. However, he's got his buy coming up. That's the only issue, because the only issue with these forwards, the forwards that I like, all have a buy coming up, apart from those ones I mentioned. So Jordan De Goey, he's got a break even 41 still, so he's got a low break even still. So he's got 127. So I would get Jordan De Goey, but you know that he's got a buy coming up. That's the only issue. So it's very hard. It's definitely hard. Does that sort of make sense? It's annoying. It's annoying how the there we go. That's what I would get. Yeah, it's hard. Like, I personally, in an ideal world, if just pretend everyone's had their buy, I would go to Goey first, and I'll go to Goey first, and then I would go Petraka. I don't like the forward lines this year. Jack Ross. Oh, Jack Ross, that's the one. That's one I was thinking of. Jack Ross as well too. So Jack Ross will be the other one I'm thinking of as well too. So I reckon, and Sanders. So Jordan De Goey, Riley Sanders, and Jack Ross will be the 3 top forwards I would look at getting, regardless of the buy. Yes, that's what I mean. After his buy, don't get him this week, but get him after the buy, I would say. Does that make sense? So that's what I mean. Regardless of having a buy coming up, that will be the 3 ones I would look at pardon me, that'll be the 3 ones I'll be look at getting, if that makes sense. But for you coming off the buy that hasn't got a buy yet, then I would look at getting maybe like a Simpkin or like that. But there's not really any forwards that I want to target this week. I would want to look at getting like LDU or getting a midfielder or getting a defender like a Parker or someone like that. I would look at trying to target a midfielder or defender this week just because there's not really many forwards that are coming off their bye that are looking kind of good because obviously Rankin's injured, Michelle's not good. Dawson, I would not look at I would look at getting Dawson the week after just because Dawson has catched this week. Geelong's pretty tough to score against. Obviously, they've got the 2 taggers in Mullen and that O'Connor that can play and tag as well too. So just because of their fixturing this week, Dawson will be a good get though. I'll just wait until after that. Keep in mind, Adelaide also play West Coast and they also play Sydney in the next 6 weeks as well too. So those 3 teams seem to be the ones that tag as well too. So that's why LDU has a much better fixture in this week coming up. I feel that North Melbourne, out of the 4 teams that are coming off the bye, have the best fixture out of the lot. So yeah, so that's what I would look at doing as well too. Now I feel like I've sort of lost my where we're up to. So we're done. Who did we just do there? All right. So I'll probably do one more because I need to get some dessert. It's getting along. All right. We're almost up to 2 hours. This is a long podcast. All right. By the way, where are we up to now? Who were we up to anyway? Dera Lupa, Footy Frenzy. That's right. Sorry, yeah, Footy Frenzy. And then, was it Ratho Sport? Is it? Dera Lupa. Oh, join the Evolution. That's right. Join the Evolution. And then I will have to head off. Yeah, I know I did. But my power went out and I've missed a lot of comments. So look at this. Look at all this list. That's a big list of all these team names. All right. So join the Evolution. That's right. Press O. All right. Here we go. Join the Evolution. You're already in my foes. You got 1822 this week, 1960, 10K. In the bank, you're up to the top 2,000. Pretty good jump there. You got Banfield, Holmes, Merritt in. Merritt, Light, Robertson out. Lombard, Lindsay out. All right. So you've got Flanders out. You probably need to get traded out, obviously. You got, let me see, count how many you got. 1, 2 Tigers here. You got 3 due to rest, another 4, 5. So you got 5 plus 6. You got 6 out this week. So I would look, you got Butters back in this week, which is good. Your forward line's pretty good. Obviously, what you could do, let me see, you don't have, I was going to say, if you had a forward mid, you could, you could bring Butters, you could do Flanders, bring him up here, trade Flanders to a midfielder because you're going to be down on a mid because you've got a few on the buy here. So Callaghan staying, obviously, he's been quite good as well too. I would look at, hopefully Grundy will be back this week as well. I would look at getting Grill out as well. So, however, yeah, you need to get Grilled out because you're going to put Ash and Whitfield on the bench here. So I'll look at getting Grill out, Resco out, and Flanders out. That will be my 3 moves this week, I would say. Get that Port rookie from the forward line, that Tom Anapasis, that long name. Then I have no idea how to say that name. Then a midfielder, and then also a defender as well too. So one of each area, actually pretty good. So you got a little bit of a spread as well too. You got 10K in the bank, so doing that downgrade, and then you can upgrade. So like you'd also go like Flanders down to that, or you can do, yeah, Flanders down to that Tom guy. That will give you money to upgrade Reshesco and Grill. Um, no other major injuries you have? No, that's all right. Maybe Doverston actually, because at least Grill will play. Doverston might not play, so yeah, maybe do Doverston, Flanders, and then um, Grill. That will be my three. Um, you got Dacos, that's good. You got, as I say, your defense is fine, your midfield is fine, and your forwards fine. Just Flanders obviously is the one that needs to be done. So I like that, and you've got your Smith and Murdoch up forward now, which is good. But yeah, I feel that Reshesco is pretty much done now. What did he score last week? 45. Oh no, he got 106 the week before, of course. So he's all right. No, what am I talking about? Um, I would say keep Reshesco then. Get rid of Grill, Doverston, and Flanders. That'll be my three. Sorry, I don't know why I said Reshesco for. Um, which one? That team is so heavy on round 13 buys. Yeah. Some teams have got round 13 buys. I've got about five on the round 13 buy, plus Flanders myself as well too. Um, does that sort of make sense? Uh, what team was that? That was John of Evolution. Yes, sorry, sweet, yes. So yes, not Matt Hill. So you're not Matt Hill, but the Matt Hill from the commentator. That's pretty good. So hopefully that sort of makes sense. All right, that fingers crossed that makes a lot of sense. All right. Now, all right, Dua Lipa. That's the one. Dua Lipa. Buy into Roberts. I think Roberts is done. I don't think he's gonna make more cash. Um, Purposely having around 13 scores are somewhat capped during buys, so just hoping not to go too far back this week and be right for the rest of the buys. Yeah, exactly. I sort of went a bit heavy because I got Jack Ross, I've got Toby Green, I've got then I've got Gothard. So I got a few round 12 by 13 buy plays as well too. Um, um, I'll just show you here actually. Now, see what I mean? I got Toby Green, Rashesco, I've got Ross, and I've got Gothard. So I've got a few on the buy as well. So yeah, um, I have to get rid of Flanders as well. I'm going to get rid of Windhager. He can go. He's a spud. And then probably Gotthard can go as well. What's his break even like? 28. No, he's still going all right. I'll keep Goddard. I'll get someone else out. It's just frustrating. I didn't expect Flanders to be injured this week. All right, where are we up to? Dua Lipa. That's right. Here we go. Dua Lipa. All right, he's a foe as well too. All right, all right, perfect. Think it was think that was my round this week just gone. That was my sacrifice, I hope. Yeah, I feel that sometimes if you're sacrificing one week, then you should do all right the next week, if that makes sense. So sometimes you may not do well one week, but as long as you can manage the other three buy rounds to do all right, I feel that those that went really well this week may struggle coming up, but others may not do as well too. For example, a lot of people don't have LDU, a lot of people don't have Cherry and that, whereas I sort of have them. So I was gonna not do well this week anyway, regardless, if that makes sense. So I already got those North players. So um, uh, all right, let's have a look. Dua Lipa. All right, it's got Cook, McAndrew, Lombard out, Ison, Cameron, Amon in. We got 7K in the bank. Got Roberts. All right, let's have a look. We got 1, 2. Oh, I see. You only got 2 on the buy. That's all right. Flanders out. Needs to be out. All right. I like this. So you've got Amon's quite nice. I like that. He's got a great run as well too. Let's see. What did you score this week? 1700. That's not too bad. I'm just trying to see what sort of major things that we have here. McCluggage and Bruin. Flanders. The good thing about you only having 2 out this week means you can fix up your dud players and those that are injured, and also those that are on the other bye that if you have too many of the other bye. So let's have a look at maybe your round 16 bye. Got Roberts, Sinclair, Merritt, Holmes, Steele, Boone, Farrow, Pickett, Flanders, Roby. Oh yeah, so you got a few on. Yeah, that was good. So you can trade Flanders out. Yeah, trade Flanders out, and trade Bruin or McCluggage. Trade one of them out. And then let's see. I wonder who else. And just have a look for any injuries that you may occur. Like it's not really any major ones to trade out this week, to be honest. If I were you, but obviously trade your ones that are coming up. Round 16, I'd say round 16 buy plays you can trade out. Trade Flanders out, and then either Bruin or McCluggage. I would trade out. How's Bruin going? They're much of each other really. Bruin's got an easier fixture. McCluggage has got a hard fixture. They got Suns, then they got Richmond, then they go to Sydney, Geelong. So I'll get rid of McCluggage over Bruin. What's his break even at? 116. Yeah, get rid of McCluggage and get rid of Bruin. Well, you could do both really if you think about it. You can do Flanders, McCluggage, and Bruin. You could do those 3. That could work even better. And get how much cash you got? 7K. Yeah, get Flanders down to put that Port Rook, and then you can upgrade Bruin and McCluggage to decent players as well too. That's what I would do. Lindsay's pretty much almost done, but you can hold off until his buy. He's got buy around 15, so he could probably hold off until then. But yeah, Bruin and McCluggage, they're both just going to be leaking cash as well too, and they're not really scoring that well. So yeah, I'll do Flanders and McCluggage and Bruin. Hopefully that sort of makes sense. Meant Sarong instead of one of the Dersmers. Trade. Oh, this must be the other ones. Okay, sweet. And trade in Davis, LDU, DeGoey, and Tom A. Yes, I like that. So LDU is good. DeGoey and Tom A. Yes. So buyers aside, the top 3 ones I would look at would be the top 3 forwards I would get would be Sanders, DeGoey, and Jack Ross. But obviously they all have buys coming up, so it's frustrating. The only rookie I will get this week will be the Tom A from Port Adelaide. And then the week after, then you can look at getting Jack Ross. Then you can look at getting in who's that other guy I said? DeGoey. Then you can look at getting in however, I feel that DeGoey, break even 41 is probably the last chance to get him this week anyway. So regardless of him having a bye the week after, I still would prefer to get DeGoey this week if I had to. And then yeah, if that makes sense. All right. Time for Wolfpack. Thanks, mate. All right. Now, all right. I am losing my voice here. Oh, man. This is a long I've never had it. Normally it's an hour. So what I need to do next week, I'm gonna sort of shorten a little bit because it is my birthday next week. So I don't know what day I'm gonna be on it. So all right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, Wolfpack. All right. So Wolfpack. Here we go. 57K in the bank. 8,000 overall. 16-17 this week. Rankin, Miller, McAndrew, Holmes, Cameron, Daniels in. All right, so another McCluggage, lots of McCluggage ones here. All right, so we've got 1 Daniels, 2 Callahan, 3 Cumming, 4 Whitfield, and then obviously Flanders, where I'm sure you have Flanders. Yeah, Flanders here. So that's 5. Rashesco 6. So you got 6 out before trades, plus Visitini as well. He doesn't really play. Does he play anymore? He has always played 6 games. I see. Do you have any ruck 4 players down here? I wonder. No, you don't. All right. I was going to say, if you had a ruck 4 player down here, you could probably trade him out. But you don't. All right. Now let's see. All right, Whitfield's good. Callahan's good. What's coming like? How's he going? Breaking 44. Yeah, he can still make cash. He's all fine. Then Daniels, he's good. That's a kind of good unique as well too. I like that. I would look at doing Flanders, Doverston, and actually, you got 57K in the bank. Yeah, I would do Flanders, get down to say that Tom rookie guy. No, sorry, do Doverston to that rookie guy, and then get Flanders out, and then get one of Bruin or McCluggage out. Preferably McCluggage, then Bruin. So that would be my options. Similar to what the previous coach had as well, too. So actually, I'll make a little blanket case as well too. A little thing for if you're a coach that has Bruin and McCluggage, I would look at getting them out because they're both bleeding cash, and I would look at getting McCluggage out and then Bruin. Those two. Unfortunately, McCluggage, as I say, has been playing injured this year, and he doesn't look right. And he's actually playing a lot out of position a bit. Plus, he's not really playing himself. He's not himself. And I just spoke to him at the start of the season as well too, and he even told me that he's having a bit of issues with his injury as well. So he's been a bit slow at the moment too. So um, to me, he actually told me not to pick him himself. So from him, I was just like, yeah. So that's probably my 3 I would trade out for you. You could even try and fix up Ryan, but I think that might be a waste. But you could do that as well too. It's up to you on that. But that's what I would look at doing. Just yeah. What are we looking at? All right, Rory. All right. So now, I think we've sort of gone through everyone. Have we? We've gone through everyone. Oh, look at your team, Houston Rockets. All right, last team here, Houston Rockets. All right. Hear this rain. I need to. Hopefully, I can be all right. Houston Rockets. Here we go. Hear the rain is pissing down here at the moment. All right. So, jeepers, this rain is torrential. All right. So, 1901. Wow, huge score. 297th. 94K. You moved up to 15K. That's a huge score this week. Top 300 score this week. Well done. 1901. All right. That's when Australia was federated. That was when my grandpa was 3 years old. Well, that's pretty cool. All right. Make sure you join my league. Oh, yes. By the way, thank you for joining the league. Make sure you give us a like, give us a follow, give us a sub as well, too, by the way. So, all right. So, now let's get to Ben's team here. Houston Rockets. Got Robertson, McAndrew, Green. Hopefully. Gee, can you hear that? Listen to that. Is that coming through the speaker? Listen to it. Hear that? Can you hear that? It is bucketing down. Far out. hopefully, I'll quickly go through this team and hopefully I don't lose any power because I need to get some dessert as well before the power goes out. All right, so jeepers, this storm is horrible. All right, so we got Robertson, McAndrew, Green, Banfield, Cameron, Heaney. So I like the Heaney trade in. Green out hurts, obviously. He did 108 this week. Yeah, I was tossing and turning if I should have traded Green or not. The only thing he's been playing injured as well too, so that was hurt as well too. All right, so we got Whitfield 1, Richmond 2, number 3. Oh gee, this is so loud. You can't hear this. You can't. Can you hear this on the? Yeah, can you hear that? Yeah, far out. It's loud. All right. So, all right. It's passed a little bit now. Jeepers, it's far out. Must have been like the eye of the tornado or something. Whatever. That's very loud. All right. So, 1, 2, 3. Or yeah, so 3 out this week. That's all right. You only got 3 out. That's all right. All right. So Flanders needs to go. Dawson, you get back this week, so that's all right. You already got Dawson, so that's all good. You got Edwards on the bench. That's not bad. Oh wow, you got your 2 rucks there. Very nice. You haven't got any sort of ruck chaos, which is good. This year has been so bad for me for my rucks. I had Sherry twice. I had English, I had Grundy, I had McAndrew. I had so much issues with the rucks. It's so frustrating this year. I don't like racing trades on rucks, so I'm glad that you got your good ruck set up here. I like that. All right. So, let's see. Flanders needs to go. And then, McDonald saved himself. I can't believe that. 105 last week. He's been gaining 47, 69, 68. So that was a good return from him against St Kilda. They're normally interested in team to score against. Bulldogs I got due to Gold Coast. So yeah, good hold there for McDonald. McErnie, obviously, if he's injured, get rid of him. He's got a break from 130. So yeah, I would trade out Flanders, trade out McErnie, and then I would trade out one of your other players. Just have a look. Have a look at the round 15, round 16 buys and see if you need to trade one of them out as well too early. You'll have Butters on the field. You have Dawson on the field. So at least you got a few of your primos back this week, so that'll be quite handy. You got Sheasel back on the field. You got Lombard on the field as well, and Houston's wasn't even on the field. He's playing this week anyway, so that's all right. So I would, and Heaney with the vice captain. That's a huge score as well. So well done on that. I like that. Good team, good midfield, good forward line. Yeah, I would just go Flanders and McErnie, and then maybe you could probably have a look at doing a Lindsay. But it's funny, I traded Lindsay out myself, and ever since I traded Lindsay out, he's been doing quite well. So maybe you could hold him another week as well. So, yeah, Houston will be on the field for you this week because Whitfield will be out. Maybe you can fix up this ZZ guy from Brisbane Lions. That's what I would do. Yeah, McErnie, Flanders, and ZZ. That will be the 3 I'll look at doing this week because obviously ZZ's not really getting any games. He's only played 3 games, and that's it. Yeah, and to be honest, Brisbane's fixturing for the fantasy is not good anyway, and my team name's Brisbane Rule, and I've never actually had any Brisbane players this year, so it's interesting. All right, so I've got a I've just got a hedgehog to eat as well too, so that'll be quite good. All right, so now let's get to my team. I'll explain what I'm looking at doing, and then I will. All right, so oh gee, look at all these prices. The prices have changed. I got $300,000 to spend, play around with this week. I'm gonna obviously Green's out, so Reece goes. I need to put him on here, on there, and the bench there. Hang on. So I need to put him on the bench. Shees will be out there. Lombard, Zeri will be back. I'll put Williams up forward. Then I'll look at trading out Flanders, I'll look at trading out McEarney, and then Windhager will be good to get rid of. Windhager's frustrating me. That will be the ones I will look at doing. Rashesco, what's his break even at? 48. Yeah, I'll keep him. Green, he should make money now. 77 break even. And he's a forward anyway, so he's been doing all right. Yeah, so I'll look at going McKerney out, Flanders out, and then I will look at doing. Oh no, hang on. I'll do Doverston if he's not playing. I'll do Doverston out. I'll do Flanders and McEarney out, and then or Windhager. What's his break even? 102. Yeah, no, actually, I'll get Windhager out first. I'll go Flanders, McEarney, and Windhager to a few top guns. That will work. I'll do that. That's what I'll do. I'll get that Tom guy from Port Adelaide as well too. So Tom guy from Port Adelaide, and then I'll get another maybe Port Adelaide or North Melbourne player, and probably maybe Rao, and then maybe a Parker as well too. That's what I'll look at doing. All right. If you haven't joined my league, make sure you join our league. We've got about almost 500 people in there. Make sure you jump on there. If you haven't liked the pod already, give us a follow, give us a shout, or give us a sub as well too. Next week, it's my birthday on the Saturday, so I don't know. Hopefully, we'll be doing it on the Sunday again. The podcast. So the code for the league is. Let me just load this up again. My vice captain to look at this week will be on Thursday night. By the way, Bailey Smith, 114 average. Into a captain of on the Sunday game. I would say will be a look at one of them from the Sunday game. So I'll look. Hopefully, Bailey Smith will score quite well against Adelaide. He should do as well too. So the podcast, stupid thing, kicked me out. Hang on, where is it? Where are we? The code for. Here we go. It is capital A 49FCVSB. The name is Dream Team Asylum. All right. All right. Thank you for your joining in. Thank you for your questions as well too. Hopefully you guys have a great week. If I haven't answered all your questions, let me know. Ask questions throughout on the podcast. I'm going to get some dessert. It's over 2 hours now, so it's a bit of a long process. This one, long session, but I'm going to get some food as well too. Keep up the good work, guys. Good luck to your teams this week. Brisbane got Gold Coast on my birthday. They better win on my birthday. I don't like them losing on my birthday. But yeah, have a good week. Stay safe if you are in WA as well with the storms. I was also down south. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. Big shout out, by the way, to one of my relatives. He actually ended up winning WA Person of the Year this weekend. So it was quite a big night on Friday night to celebrate him as well too. So well done on him for winning that. Keep up the good work. I was pretty impressed with that. So have a great week ahead. Good luck to all your teams. And if you're a Gold Coast fan, hopefully it's a close game as well too. And good luck to your trades, and hopefully we can all score well. Good luck all. Go Lions, and thank you for joining.